EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to North Carolina and the bustling city of Charlotte as we welcome you inside Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Panthers. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Carolina Panthers. Tirico and Greg Olsen. It is for real. Season begins here. We are underway in Uptown Charlotte. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and
9. Here we go, set.
From the gun, it's Young. Oh, the first throw of the season is intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the top.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. He's got it at the 7, and he's in. Touchdown. Touchdown, Colts.
This is just back-breaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's 3rd and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the first down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Smash, red.
Young to throw on 1st down. A dive and a catch. Incredible. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. Trey Harris, the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given. But it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and You saw him on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
On the move past the 40. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
A gain of 24 yards.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They hand it to Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Young. Flushed to his left. He's going to look for the home run ball. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. Teteroa McMillan was the intended receiver. And third down coming up.
Let's go.
On play action, Young moving outside the pocket. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down. Here's Ryan Fitzgerald to try the field goal. No issues there. This one is good. And the Panthers are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So now, after the field goal, Fitzgerald is back out there to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. On the play fake, here's Dart. Throw across his body is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On play action, it is Dart. He's got a man wide open, the tight end, complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A big gainer for Indianapolis. And even 30 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Back-to-back plays by this defense now, Mike, winning these early downs. They get the sack on first, the tackle for loss on second, and now it brings up third and long.
Third and long. Downs goes in motion. Third and long, and Dart is going to throw. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down.
At the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is, firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's 1st and goal.
Hawk 70, go!
Throwing, Dart. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown, Colts.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and it's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
On the set. Here we cut.
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. Down the sideline, past the 40. And they're not going to run it down. He goes all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. And look at this. The extra point is blocked.
Ryan Fitzgerald taking off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he is out of bounds on the return as that ends the first quarter of action. The Colts with the football to start this second quarter as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10. Out of shotgun. It's Dart. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. That one caught, it's Jim Ray GK. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage. It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have, you are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to two. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
To the air once more is Dart. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. A gain of 11, and it's first and goal.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Dart gonna throw it again. That one, take it in. Jim DK. Touchdown, Indy. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
Ready up. Red, set.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs. There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align. And tell you what, he does it about as well as anybody around the league.
And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
Here's first and 10.
Set. Blue, 32. Set, cut.
Out of the shotgun. Young. Little short pass here. Caught by his tight end. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Set, cut.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. Finding room to the 20. And he's in! Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Carolina. What a start to the year. His second touchdown in this opening half. The PAT up and good. And the Panthers have cut the deficit to 5. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Let's go now. 60 by 6. Ready?
And it'll be marked out up at the 34-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
I like the change of pace. The idea that you want to keep the ball on the ground, but you don't want to do it in the traditional sense of just turning around and handing it off to your running back. So this time, they give it to the wide receiver. They get him in space, get the ball in his hands, and he turns it into a solid game.
2 first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
First down.
Looking to throw. It's Dart. Got a man up and downfield on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. They'll run on first down with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Here's Bass now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead.
16.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
Throw here down the field will fall incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
This one down the field, but lined up incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down. On 4th down, here comes Jack Fox to kick it away. That's fielded at about the 18. Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here is Dart. And he can't hang on through the contact, incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He's going to take a shot down the field. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A big gainer for Indianapolis. 37 yards.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll come up here. 1st and 10. Downs goes in motion. On 1st down, Dart. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around. but it falls incomplete.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws, and that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. They get 24 on that one. Just like that, it's first and goal. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it first and goal. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. Pass now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Colts tack on one more to their lead.
Panthers 16. Set to kick off.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Steal, black. Here we set.
On first and 10, here's Young. Exiting the pocket right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Panthers forced down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ringo.
Ready?
On first down is Young. To the right side, he finds McMillan. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 16.
Now a signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Unbalanced look here to the right side on first and 10.
Set.
To throw, Young. They'll go right back to McMillan. Complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Ready? Break.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10.
Set. Ready.
They'll go play action with Young. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's Dart on first and 10. This one intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Oregon.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get. Mike, you're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. Pass right side to down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. They knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Third and short. Here's Dart. He's going to let this one go deep. And he will go all the way. Tim DK. Touchdown Colts. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Extra point try by Bass. He gets it to go, and the Colts will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
42. Panthers 23. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
Ready. Down. Black 40. Set.
Young to throw on 1st down. They'll look to set up the screen here. Crazy. Jahmyr Gibbs. And he will dive into the end zone. 72 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. What a pretty touchdown that was. Nothing looks nicer than a well-set-up screen, and that was executed to perfection.
Mike, the key to any successful screenplay is the timing between the offensive lineman getting out and where the running back is when he catches it. You'll see it here played out perfectly. He gets the escorts out in front of him, gets the key blocks he needs, all the way down for 6. I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Dart going to throw here on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. He was looking for Chindike that time. And that'll set up fourth down. The Colts about set to punt. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. From the gun, it's Young. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion. The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's fourth down.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped, this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
He'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
At the 39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He'll dump this off to Taylor. Complete. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Indianapolis.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Oh, the ball's out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Let's go now.
On second down, Dart. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of 9. They'll go about trying to convert on third down.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking it.
And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. A big one there on third down, good for 26 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun. It's Dart. That's complete to DK. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
At the 5-yard line.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this 3rd quarter has come to an end. Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Fourth quarter commences. It's a run by Taylor. And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Fourth quarter commences. It's a run by Taylor.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They'll try and run. Here's Taylor. And he's got another one. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
His kick is good. Makes the score Colts 49, Panthers 29. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
Okay, ready? Slide through. Set.
On play action, Young. Rolling right, going up top. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Down. Ready?
Off the play fake. Here's Young. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got a man. That's McMillan. And he's going to have a Panthers 1st down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Set. Ready. 45. White. Ready.
Out of the shotgun. Young. Flush to his right. Now he'll run it. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Young. The catch made by McMillan. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up second and 2.
From the 20, here's second down and 2. It's a toss play, left to Gibbs. And the Panthers are going to have first and goal coming up. He takes this down to about the 5.
That's another Panthers first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now this looks like a design run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up second and goal.
A gain of 3. Brings up
A little
second
closer.
and goal.
Here's second and goal. Hunter will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. On the give, this is Taylor. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. From the 24 now, here's second and 6. Now Dart. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. A gain there of 21. That's good for a Colts first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one, a win for the visiting Colts. They move to 1-0.